One of the disadvantages of growing indoors is that if there are pests or diseases, then all plants that are susceptible to that type of pests or disease are likely to have it. Now, as you know, I have been regrowing quite a few things here and they have been doing quite well. But then I started having aphids. So I'm going to be sharing some of the things that I've been doing to get the aphids under control. In my last two videos, I mentioned some of the treatments. And I also mentioned that aphids spread the mosaic virus, which can be soil-borne. And once your plants have the mosaic virus, you can harvest your plants still, but the seeds are going to contain the virus, which means that as long as you keep planting the seeds that you got from it, then they are going to have the mosaic virus. When you're planting seeds, you want to start off with a good batch of seeds. You don't want to be starting off with something that is going to be problematic. Mosaic virus stunts your plants and the fruits. And so even though you're able to harvest, you don't want to have stunted produce, do you? So what I did is, this is the bed that had the regrown vegetables in it, and as you can see, I harvested what could be harvested, and for the others I took them out. Now if we take a closer look here, you will see that the surface of the bed is white. It is all covered in diatomaceous earth because that is going to help to control any aphids or fungus knots that are in the bed, and if there are any aphids eggs in there, it will help to control those as soon as they hatch. So all my beds are covered with diatomaceous earth, and in here these plants doesn't seem to be bothered by the aphids, but I still covered it with diatomaceous earth just in case they decide to go over into that bed because their food source is now gone. Now I'm going to share something that I noticed, and this is the second year since I've had this indoor garden. Well, initially it was on the opposite side behind me, and now I've expanded it to here. And one thing that I've noticed about the regrown vegetables that had the aphids infestation is that they do not seem to bother regrown brassicas. So seedlings, yes, but the regrown brassicas, aphids does not seem to bother them, and I'm assuming it's because the leaves are not tender and aphids tend to go for tender leaves. Of course there could be other reasons behind it, but whatever it is, I do not know of another reason. So I've harvested everything from these beds, and what I am going to be doing is I am going to allow these 3 beds, 1, 2, 3, to go without any plants in them for a month, and in that time hopefully it will dry out. Unfortunately, I do have a lot of composting worms and microorganisms in here, so that is sad. And as I go through the month, if I come across those that I can see, I will take them out and transfer them to another bed. But if they die, then unfortunately that is how it's going to be, because as much as it hurts my heart to do that, I need to ensure that there is no mosaic virus in my soil, which is the main reason why I decided to remove the plants. The treatments are working because I'm seeing less of the aphids, but I do not want to take the chance while waiting for them to be eradicated and in the process end up with the mosaic virus in my soil. So I removed the plants for that reason. So I still have a few things growing. So in this bed I have green onions and garlic and carrots. So we will see what happens with these. Aphids doesn't usually bother members of the allium family, but that is not always the case. Sometimes they seem to be attracted to it depending on the region that you're in. So I don't know, because my sister has various alliums growing, And alliums refer to things like garlic, onions, green onions, and those type of plants. So in her garden, she does have aphids on her allium. I've never had, and I've also had that, come to think of it. There was once when I experienced aphids on them, but for whatever reason, this time around they don't seem to be bothering my alliums, which is good. We will see what happens with that. So anyway, I just wanted to give you an update and to share some tips with you so that you can have good results. Now, one of the things that I have not been doing, I have one very small fan in here, but this location requires at least 2 fans running and circulating the air. So I'm going to be putting another fan in here so that I can get the airflow going, because that is also one of the method of controlling the aphid population in an indoor setting. So if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and if you have any question, leave them in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have yourself a wonderful day. Yeah man, time for grow.